Hi guys! Happy summer. My name is Miss Noelle and this is going to be your monthly grab and go craft this for June. And this is your jellyfish. He is a jellyfish that you hang up by the string and you put him in the sunlight and you can see all the pretty colors behind him. And then, yes, he has his little jellyfish ribbons here. And they swim, they kind of swim, they go back and forth and they do a little bit of a swimmy. So this is a craft I'm going to show you all how to make. And then, yeah, then you can hang it up and there's gonna be all kinds of different colors that you can use. And all kinds of tissue paper too. Also, speaking of summer, if you haven't yet signed up for your summer reading program, you can do so at maricopacountyreads.org. And this is for all ages, whether you're little bitty, all the way to great big, all the way to grown-up grandmas and grandpas. All right, so this is for all ages and there are prizes for all ages as well. So go ahead and get signed up. And the program runs June 1st to August 1st. And you can collect prizes all summer long. All right, so in your packet here, you will have your black piece of paper, your jellyfish template, your piece of plastic that you'll be sticking your tissue paper on, of course, your tissue paper, and all of the pretty ribbons. All right, so this is what I have in the packet for you guys, but what you need from home is I have a pencil. It doesn't look like a pencil, but it's a little mechanical pencil. And of course, scissors. All right, and that's all you'll need. So let's get started. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to take your template here, your white piece of paper template, and you're going to cut around the outside black edge, and then you're going to cut out the center of the jellyfish, okay? So I've already cut out the outside edges here. So I'm going to show you now the inside, how to cut out the jellyfish inside. This is your template. You're going to trace this, okay? So we're going to do this cutting out in two places. One, you're going to do it here, and then you're going to do it also later on your black piece of paper once you get it traced. All right, here we go. So in the instructions, I say a good idea is to kind of fold it, give it a little bit of a pinch, and a big old cut. You have big old separation there, all right? And then from there, you just take your scissors and you cut along the inside of that black line. I'm gonna scooch this stuff over. All right, I'm gonna put the white piece of paper behind so you can kind of see the black paper. All right, so what you're gonna do, again, with your piece of paper here, your template. Give me a second, I'm gonna trim off some of that so I have a better definition of my jellyfish. Give me a sec here. All right. So there's your jellyfish. You're going to trace along the inside border here. Okay. And then hold it down and you're going to trace along the outside edge. Sometimes you might have to play with it a little bit because that white border is kind of thin and it likes to wiggle. All right, coming around here, back around. All right, so now, not sure if you can see that very well, but you can clearly see your pencil marks. If you're to do this with a pen, that the lead of your pencil or the ink of your pen wouldn't show up very well because it'd be kind of black on black. But with your lead pencil, you can see the markings pretty decently. All right, So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do the exact same thing we did with our template here. I'm going to cut out my jellyfish, all right? And I will meet you back up in just a second, okay? Okie dokie. So our template is now, or not our template, this is our actual jellyfish is all cut out. All right. So I'm going to set him aside and we'll come back to him in just a second. All right. So next, what I want you to do is I want you to get your piece of plastic or your contact paper here. It's the one that has a little grid on the back. And then what I'm going to do is in the instructions, I say to reverse roll your contact paper because it wants to curl up this way. Well, we need it to lay flat. So what we're going to do is when I say reverse roll, it's curling this way. So we're going to make it curl the other way. So you're just going to take it and you're just going to reverse roll it. Okay. And you're just going to kind of gently make it roll the other way. You don't have to press too hard. You don't want it to crease, but just give it a little bit of a roll. Okay, that should be good. Now then, the cool thing with this when you reverse roll it is it's going to help you out a little bit. So it's going to lay flat. But now, in the picture I kind of pointed with the red arrow, you have little wrinkles here now in the plastic. That's good because then what you can do is there's a great big long wrinkle right here, is you can take your fingers and kind of start to unstick the paper from the plastic. And you can peel it off, okay? Just like a great big sticker. Now then, here's a trick. When you do this, hold on to one side and gently pull on the other. And then when you do, slightly lift up because it'll want to curl back, all right? So you're gonna lift it up just a little bit. And let's see, it wants to curl back towards my hand. If I hadn't lifted my hand, it would have stuck to the table immediately because that's your static electricity sticking to your hand. We're gonna use that static electricity. The sticky side up is the way you want to go with this right now, okay? So you guys kind of see it sticking to my thumbs. You need to place it with the sticky side up, gently down. And that static electricity that I was talking about is kind of stuck itself. The static electricity has stuck itself to the paper on my black background. All right, so it's going to be kind of hard to see what I'm doing now because it's kind of black on black here. But what I want to do is if you have any kind of pencil markings, face them up because you're going to see the opposite side when you hang it from the window. So what you're going to do is you're going to gently place your jellyfish flat because once you stick it down, you cannot remove the jellyfish border without tearing it. So just stick it down just lightly and gently and just lay it. And then take your fingers, just kind of do like a racetrack motion around the edges there. Make sure it sticks down really well and just run your fingers along the plastic. You don't need to be touching the sticky, all right? Or touch the paper. You don't need to be touching the plastic sticky paper, all right? All right, so we have it all stuck down and I'm getting stuck to the paper again. Okay, so the next thing is where the fun begins. You have different colors of tissue paper. I just pulled 3 out. You guys will probably have more. So I have different colors here. So, and they're full sheets. I just don't want you to stick them down because that's no fun. So you can either, if you have scissors, you can cut them up into pieces, or here's the other fun part, tear them. Tissue paper tears really well. And so you just tear it up into pieces. I'd probably say kind of like that. Maybe that size. If you get them too small, you might not have enough tissue paper. Or if you tear them too small, it's going to be hard to cover your jellyfish. All right. So I had already from a previous project, I had some tissue paper already cut. All right. So here's the fun part. All of those lovely squares, we are
on the inside part of your jellyfish, you're going to place your tissue paper just on top of the sticky. Oops. Well, and then you can alter it, but you want to cover every square, every little bit of sticky that's on the inside. Don't put anything on the outside, just on the inside. And overlap them for sure. All right? So I'm going to move pretty quickly here. I think you can kind of feel around, see if you feel any sticky. I think I got all of my bases covered here. All right. Oop. Speaking of sticky, I'm just going to trim off some of this that might, whoops. Oh well, one stuck on the edge. That's okay. We're going to trim off that edge anyway. Okay, so speaking of trimming off edges, all of that border, that sticky border around the edge, we're going to trim all of that off, okay? And you're just going to take your lovely scissors and you're going to cut right up against the edge of the jellyfish. Now, don't throw away the sticky paper because we'll use the sticky paper when we attach our pretty ribbons, all right? So I'm going to go ahead and start to cut. And then you can hold on to the tissue paper now because that's pretty well stuck on. So before we send our scissors away for the end of our craft, okay, again, I just set the other sticky tape off to the side. What I want you to do, well, let's do this. I'm going to take my pencil and I'm going to gently start a hole at the top, and I will tell you what that's all about in a second, all right? All right, it might look kind of weird poking a hole in the top of a jellyfish, but okay, so that hole is going to be where we place the hanger, okay? So if you need help with that, like if you don't want to hurt yourself by poking a hole, like poking your finger, you can have an adult help you. That's fine. All right, so you can kind of see that is the beginning of our jellyfish, but it's missing something down here. It's missing all of its little legs or tentacles, all right? So we're gonna put those with our tissue paper side up. I'm gonna scoot my paper over, I don't need it. Okay, so in come our pretty ribbons. I'm gonna scoot you out of the way. All right, I have some rogue tissue paper. All right, so I have all of the pretty tissue paper, or pretty ribbons rather, and you should have 9 ribbons, all right? You'll have 8 that go along the bottom, you'll have 8 that go along the bottom, and then you'll have 1 that attaches at the top. All right, so with that extra sticky paper that we had from our jellyfish, we're gonna cut into little pieces now, okay? I'm gonna stick those all over me because right now I don't have a better place to stick them. Now I have 8 pieces of sticky tape all over me. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take our ribbons and this little piece of sticky tape. All right, I'm gonna place it right here, just like that, on the sticky side. This is a sticky side right here, sticky side, sticky down. And you're just gonna start to place them on the back of your jellyfish. Here's your little jellyfish. All right, now then we have one more left to do, right? So we have our ribbon to hang it with. All right, so again, with your pencil, you can kind of make a better hole there. Okay, and then you're going to take your ribbon and you're going to have to work at this a little bit. You're going to string it through. And at the end here, gonna make a knot. Again, sometimes that can be tricky, especially with ribbon. If you need help, again, no shame in asking for help. You take it, you go boop, you get a big old knot there, and your jellyfish is done. If you want this, the red is really curly right now, probably because I was getting towards the end of a roll. If you want to curl your more straight ribbons, you can take them and you can curl them around your finger. That works a little bit. You just let it sit there for a second, and sometimes it'll curl up. Otherwise, you can also use a pencil too. You can curl it around your pencil, and then just let it form around the circular part of your pencil. And there you go. You have a lovely colorful jellyfish that you can hang in the window, and the sunshine will make the pretty colors of your tissue paper. And that's it. You guys have a good day. Bye.